Welcome to the Russell Hantz Show. We have McCrae, Big Brother 15, one of my favorites, man. I don't know if I
Thank you. I
ever told you
appreciate
this.
that.
You were one of my favorites, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if they do the All-Star thing,
Yeah.
if you were in the house for Big Brother 22.
I really appreciate that. You don't have to lie to me just because I'm your guest on the show.
Even though I know a lot of people hate season 15, they talk about all that racist stuff and that type of thing, but I enjoyed some of it. I enjoyed it. Besides some of the comments, I enjoyed the season.
Yeah, it's obviously I'm biased, but I thought that like most of our cast were game players, most of our cast were like swingers, they'd come out there and just like there's so many game players, and I think like that's missing from a lot of seasons. But obviously I'm biased, but I do believe that too, where it's like, man, if I was watching that season, I think it would be awesome, barring,
it was good.
Yeah, exactly.
But now if you say, my favorite season in 15, it's like, they had this said on it and this was said on it.
Yeah.
But besides all that, it was good too. I enjoyed it. And I'm not just saying that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. It was fun. It was a fun season to be on. It was a train wreck.
Well, did you go back and watch it all when you get home? How does that work?
Yeah, I'm a super fan. Like I was a fan before the show, like huge super fan. I had a podcast before my season even. But I basically went back home. I hung out with my family for about 3 hours, and then I just went to my old house where all my roommates and all my friends were, and basically they just bought me like alcohol, and I just opened up a bottle, and then we just started going through every episode as fast as possible. And like my friends would kind of tell me like, oh, at this part like everyone was rooting for you, and blah, blah, blah. Like in this part everyone hated you, so it was I'm a person that like I'm a glutton for punishment, so I loved it. It was like it hurt watching, but man, I had to watch it as soon as possible.
So when you was watching it, what shocked you the most? What was dropping moments where you were like
finding out that Helen was a lobbyist, like that, like fucked me up, where I was just like, oh, like that makes so much sense right now. That was like the one reveal where I was like, oh, like she didn't tell anyone about that. We kind of knew she had weird ties that like, but like if I knew that she was a lobbyist in the house, I would have been like, I want you gone, because like a lobbyist's job is to go into Congress and pretty much just like grease the wheels by any means necessary. It's a nefarious like job, a nefarious career. So to me, I would have been like, bye, like you probably have done evil ass shit, Helen. I don't know. So that surprised me, but I mean the rest of it was always like I thought it was pretty true to life of what was going on in that house. I don't know.
So nothing really shocked you that you were watching?
Not really. I was kind of on the up and up with everything that happened that season, I guess. Yeah, nothing really.
Yeah, it's gotta be crazy because I played Survivor. When I play Survivor, I'm watching it. I'm sitting at home with my family watching it. When you play, all of a sudden, and I don't know how it works with that mentally, but I know in Survivor, a lot of people have problems because they let it get the best of them. Then all of a sudden, while it's going on, they got the commercials and all this stuff, and then week to week you have that. But with Big Brother, it's like you're already that person. You're already known. You're already just like that. So when you get out the house, you're just a regular person that went in the house. All of a sudden, when you step out the house, how was that feeling?
Psychologically, it's like crazy. What I always compare it to is jail. I've never really been, but like the way that you like, so you go in there and you're the same person, but when you come out, like you said, like you're still the same person, but everyone else is different. Everyone looks at you knowing more, that like they watched your season, they know more about like things that happen in the house than I even do. They know more of the conversations. Like my memories are now a collective, like everyone owns those memories also. It's very crazy, but like everyone looks at you like, oh yeah, like they know something, and it's creepy because you don't know what they know. And like it's the weirdest feeling, and like everyone feels distant, like everyone kind of feels like everyone treats you a little bit differently. It's mentally it's taxing and draining. It's really weird, and like it screws with you emotionally or psychologically too. I think a lot of players go through like they need to like kind of unwind for a couple months, because it's just like just even seeing like faces, like you only see whatever like 20 faces for like 3 months, and then you come out to a sea of faces of people wanting to be like, hey, let's take pictures. and you're just like, it's very, very overwhelming. Really, it's
Right.
wild.
Before we get into Big Brother 22 and the rumors they got going on, I've always, when I'm watching Big Brother, I'm thinking to myself, what are they doing? Like, do they not understand that there's a camera right there? What are they saying? Like, when I play Survivor, I'm aware that the cameras are on me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of what I'm saying. What is the difference? Because we see them doing and saying things in the Big Brother house. What is the difference that makes them want to say like crazy things?
So, like, I mean, well, one, you know how to make good TV. Like, you understand the craft. Like, you understand, like, oh, I have to be like a character to a degree, you know? Right. Like, you understand what's going on. A lot of people, when they go in, like, they don't necessarily understand that. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of recruits come to Big Brother, and like recruits don't know the 24/7 nature of it. Like me being a super fan, I watched live feeds before. Like the season before mine, Chef Joe Arvin, he if he didn't wash his hands, the audience are like, the people live feeders would be like, this disgusting monster didn't wash his hands. So like in my season, I constantly was telling people like you shouldn't say this, like they're gonna get on you if you guys don't wash your hands. So I was constantly trying to tell people like, hey, you should be careful of what you're saying out here right now. Like, and the thing about it is it becomes like it's your life, you know, it becomes like that's what your living is. And so you kind of forget about it. Me being, again, a live feeder and super aware of it, like basically I didn't forget about it until day 80, I think. Day 80 was the day that I was taking a shower, and then I just walked out of the shower butt ass naked, and like I like jumped back into the shower like, oh fuck, like I did not even think about it, like what a dumbass. But like it was just like day 80. Like, so
it does get like that. It gets to where it's almost like home. Like, oh yeah, it's your life. It's how things are gonna be.
Yes. Well, it's like you guys do 37 days, which is like it's got to be the most grueling shit ever, you know. And like, man, by day like 60 in our house, it's like your brain is just melted, you know, like it's tough. It's very taxing. But again, like I understand people doing like doing stupid things and being like, oh yeah, I'm on TV. But like again, like it annoys me when some of these players just go out there and just say the dumbest shit I've ever heard and be like, what are you guys fucking thinking? Like it's a lot of recruits, you know, say stuff, and I don't know. I don't know how to justify that.
I've always wondered what would be harder. And then people ask me what is hard about Survivor, and it's the mental aspect. It's everything that you do when you're a strategic player. Now, I'm not talking about everybody. You can have a floater that can just sit there and get through it with no problem. But when you're a strategic player and all you do is think this move and this move and this move, when I think about being in the Big Brother house, if I were to play, and all the different strategic moves you can make that's here and there and there and that, trying to put the puzzles together and making the right move, my mind would explode.
No, it's draining. Like, and like, you know, a lot of times on the live feeds, people see the like house guests just lounging around all the time. They're constantly sleeping in bed and stuff like that. They get so pissed off, like, oh, entertain me. But like the problem is that like you are taking so much mental energy to like think about strategy, and it's like that's all you have to do all day. And it's like that's what all I would do is sit there and run game in your head and like go through every single option. But that obviously, I really do think that takes a mental toll. And like, if people don't think it takes a mental toll, just do like a crossword for like, 18 hours of a day. Just like, like do that. And it's like your brain will feel melted. Good. And then do that like all week, and then do that for months. It's like
for instance, all these things they put on Facebook, these mathematical things and these little picture formulas and stuff like that. You do one, and then you're like, oh man, you see another one, and you just keep scrolling because you're like, I don't want to even do that again. I thought for 10 seconds straight, and now my brain is melting. It's like that, but for 3 months or however long it is.
Well, like you said, I think, like you said, where it's like, I don't know which one's tougher. I've been like going through a lot of Survivor lately, just watching old seasons. And like, I always think about that where it's like, I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it because I think I would break, like, just like not having food. Like in the house, it was really easy for me to be like, I'm Mr. Cool Guy. I'm Mr. Cool Ice. Like, everyone's my friend. I'm friendly. I'm happy, go lucky, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm playing up the fun guy, you know? But like, man, when you're on no food, no sleep, like I would be snapping at everyone like, man, fuck you. Shut the fuck. Like that's that's a huge issue for me anyways. But you know, it's easy in the Big Brother house to just shut your fucking mouth and like sit back, like mind your P's and Q's and like let everyone else like, you know.
And on Survivor, you are hungry, you're suffering in the weather, and you have the strategic aspect in your head.
Yeah.
When I played my second time, I went straight back. 10 days later, I didn't stop thinking. Who thinks that I stopped thinking about what just happened in Samoa? So I'm straight back for another 39 days. And man, when I got off that season, I went straight to the doctor. And I don't do drugs, I don't even drink. But when I was like, I need something. Something to make me stop thinking. I cannot relax. I cannot focus. I can't sleep at night. I need something to make me slow down. Whatever I have to take. And she gave me, I don't know, like 4 Valium. I took them all at once. Then I was a zombie.
No, and like it's insane to me. I think like there's pros and cons to that kind of way where it's like, well, you're still in game mode, you know, like when everyone comes off of Big Brother, like people are in game mode for another like couple months, you know, where it's just like thinking like, oh, everyone's trying to get me, everyone's like you get very paranoid and stuff like that. It's like it might almost be better just to like cram it in there again, like let's just do another man. But no, let me you know, but let me say, man, that got me back into Survivor again. I think I told you when I met you the first time, but my mom was just like, you have to watch Survivor, you will love this dude. And like then I was back the fuck great season. But I think I don't know, I want like, and we've seen Hayden come from Big Brother, go on to Survivor and play. I haven't watched that season, so I'm curious, but we've never seen the Survivor player go into the Big Brother house. And I think I speak for everyone where we want to see that shit. And I honestly would love to see you play. I want to see it so bad. That's always been my dream. I would love to play
Big Brother, man. I would love to play Big Brother.
Ever since I saw you on Survivor, I was like, this dude needs to play Big Brother.
I think that if they would give me a shot, I think I could do it. If they would give me a shot.
Oh, yeah. I think you'd probably do pretty well, too. You know, like you'd come in with like a little bit of a target, but depending on your cast that you were with, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, when I played my second time, I asked some of the jury in Heroes versus Villains, and they told me that if I were to explain it, and I'm not going to have to explain, I didn't know that I had to sit there and say, guys, I just played a season. I came straight back. I apologize to you guys if I hurt your feelings and I was playing too hard and I was going too far. That's the stuff they were saying. You was going too far. Like, what's too far when this is my life right now? I don't know nothing at this point. Exactly. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
So what is too far?
No, you'll never hear. Yeah, you'll never hear me being like, oh, like, yeah, he should have did this. Or to me, I'm always like, I respect game. Like that's first and foremost. And like, if you get me, like I tip my hat to you, you know, and that's the way that I always play. And that's the way that I was going to treat Big Brother, where it's like, you know, I don't care if I get screwed over the hardest and, you know, like that's the game. And like, I respect that, like good on everyone. And it's a bummer real bummer. And like Survivor has been trending that way since your season. I feel like where it's like the kind of the bitter jury. I know people will fucking defend it till they die, but like it is bitter jury. And I feel like Big Brother has now started to kind of trend that way as well, which I think is interesting. I don't know why.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about. And there's a clear divide when it comes to Survivor, when you're talking about old school and new school, a clear divide. I mean, it is. You can see the line drawn in the sand. You don't have to mathematically. Yes, it's season 20, but it's really season 19. Like it's really half and half. Yeah. So is there really much of a divide? Because when you're talking about the earlier people like Evil Dick, you know, that played so aggressively. Yeah. Now, do you see any type of divide when it comes to Big Brother?
I've talked to a lot of people about this. I kind of have a theory. It's been echoed by other people, but I have a theory that like the seasons like 2 through 8, Evil Dick season, I think that's like the golden age. And then 8 through 15 or 9 through 15 is like the silver age, and then like 16 through 20. one, I guess, is like the new age, I guess. I think there is kind of clear divisions of like the game feels different in all of these little eras that they have. I believe there's 3 eras. But the game feels different. And like you said, like, yeah, it led to more aggressive play maybe back in the day. I feel like there was more respect for the game back in the day. I think I don't know. I don't know why there's those delineations. But I that's the way I see it, I guess. Or I don't know why though. I don't know why.
Do you think it's getting worse when it comes to, like you said, people hate to hear that. Some people hate to hear the bitter jury theory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that exists. I don't care what anybody says. A bitter jury exists.
Yep.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
To have that type of, it's never not going to exist. But like you just said, do you think when they did respect the game more, do you think it's becoming a game to where it's almost a popularity contest at the end of it instead of who actually won the game?
I mean,
or did the best?
There's a lot of that, The thing is that it's like it depends on your cast, and like that's why I think like our cast, I guess season 15, I think it was a lot of people that weren't bitter. People were like respecting that they got. Like I think it's a lot of people that tip their hat to that. But I think like after that, I don't know if people respected the game like that anymore. I just don't even know. I don't know what to say about it because I've talked to people from Big Brother Canada 1, Peter Brown. He swears up and down like he was a bitter jury member. He swears up and down like, well, they should have did this. This is what but to me, it's just like, well, at what point is it just you being a fucking bitch, that's like entitled, right. That's the way I see it, where it's like, dude, you got fucking got. Like, it's your ego that won't let you say that you like, yeah, I got fucked over and I'm going to give the vote to the person that fucked me over. That's who I want to vote for every time, I don't know. There's like some sort of psychology behind it. And like everyone, it's their vote. It's, that's fair for everyone, however they feel. And the thing is, that's like, maybe like in defense of the, bitter jury, it's like, well, maybe you should have coddled these babies a little bit harder, I guess. Like,
right.
That's
yeah,
like,
I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. They say, well, you should learn their personalities and then you should be able to, it's so difficult. And then you're right. Psychology gets involved in it.
Yeah.
For instance, when players like back in the day when Dr. Wheel said, vote me out, I'm going to throw every challenge. I'm going to do this. I want you to vote me out.
Yep.
As I'm watching it, I'm thinking, would that work in Survivor? I mean, would that ever work nowadays? Because it worked for him. But can that is amazing that you can sit there and say that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, like,
I don't even see how that's good strategy.
Well, and supposedly he had 2 speeches that day, like to kind of pull back the curtain. Supposedly he had 2 speeches that day. He had one regular speech where he was like, oh, I love everyone, blah, blah, blah. And then his TV one was like, I hate you all. But the thing about it is like his strategy was to make the target on himself so big that the target disappeared. That was always his strategy.
I don't know, man. That one blows my mind.
No, of course. But I think like you played similar
I just played Australian
right?
Survivor.
No,
my target was so big, it didn't even matter. It still was big.
Well, the problem with that is like, man, if you're one of those Australian survivors, like you would love to have your head above the mantelpiece, like you're like the trophy kill. So like, I get that, but
it's all over. It's over. Wouldn't it be better to go to the end with me and be that person that then you become, then you may play
a game. Like, isn't that like the, what is it? The old adage of the, what is it? The rattlesnake and the scorpion and the frog, Well, it's like you stung him at the end. It's like, well, I'm a scorpion. Like, of course.
Yeah.
Like I think that's probably where people started like, you're the scorpion.
Well, that's what they think, but only because they see it on TV.
Oh,
but if you study my game, you see I bring my alliance to the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, and that's
like,
I agree. No, hey man, if we're ever in a house together or anything, I'm working with you.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care if you fucking get me the
No, it don't matter, man. I'm trying to get to the end and I'm always loyal to my alliance.
For sure. And like that's it's respectable. I don't know. And the other thing I wondered about the Australia thing, if it was just like, man, I'm an Australian, fuck the Americans, like I bet there was a little bit of that. Like it's pride, or it's like regional pride or national pride, they were probably just like, we're not gonna let an American get far, fuck that. Like, nah, I don't know. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, oh, what a Merry Christmas we would all have, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So So we have Big Brother 22 coming. How sure are you? Let's say you have $1,000 in your pocket. How much money are you putting on it that it's going to be All Stars? You're in Vegas. That's all you got. How much money are you putting?
I don't know if like All Stars might not be the right term. Like returning
all
returning players.
Returning. Yeah,
I would
returning.
put I'd probably put it all down. I think it's like the way that my cast is acting. Like it seems like it's pretty much a for sure thing. I haven't talked to like some of these people that might be going on, like some of the other people in my cast have. But the way that Andy Herron from my season is like flipping his shit, it definitely sounds like it will be some sort of returning, and he's definitely not going to be on it. No, he's not, which is hilarious.
But he's not even. I don't think that he. I'm sure he's a great guy, real life. I'm talking game talk. Every time I talk on this stuff, I talk game talk.
He's not a good guy.
I just don't find him that interesting.
No,
and I don't see him being any type of bring back. Ever.
No, he's like number one revisionist history dude. I think he's the most overrated, underrated player there ever was. Like fucking, he's the biggest egomaniac there ever was. Like he thinks that he played the most outrageous game. And again, like he played against all game players, which are like most of our cast was game players. And so I do have to give him some respect where it's like, yeah, dude, it was a season full of like dogfighters. But like, again, Andy, like get over yourself. You were fucking pretty boring on the damn show. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing anyone from my cast back, but again, like I think it makes my day. It really makes me so happy to know that Andy's not going back, and that fucking kills him so much. I think it's so funny to me. I love it. It's the best thing that Big Brother could ever do for me.
You think they'll ever do a winner's season?
No. No, I like the problem is that they have to do like it not until season 30 at least, you know, like they need to like season 1's not gonna come back. Season 2, I don't even think Will come back at this, or like until Will gets like old, and even then I don't think so. I just don't think they've got the numbers for it, but you know, maybe season BB 30 they will. I just don't see it. I hope that they start to do more like how Survivor does, like the different themes, I guess. Like I hope they start to do more stuff like that. Give it a theme that's more than just like summer of fun. All these the same bullshit they always do. But like I don't know, like second chances or anything, you know, a lot of that stuff I would like to see, but who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. Something's coming, and the names that I'm seeing. Yes, I see a few legends. Actually, they have a few legends that's been named, but definitely all stars. But I see a majority that's not. People like what's his name? Did the MTV stuff. What's his name?
Bunch of them,
he
Josh.
married Bailey.
Swaggy.
Swaggy C.
Swaggy. I have beef a little bit with Swaggy. There's a whole
without like 15th place or something like that.
No shit. But the thing about that dude is like, again, that dude knows how to market himself. Like he knows how to like, okay, well, I'm a showman. I'm in like, he is smart enough to know that like, okay, he's got a character now. He's got like, he has an archetype or whatever. So if he did go into the house, I think he would play crazy. He would do like, he would play his character, I guess. And I think like he would understand like how to make good TV. So like, I don't want to take anything away from him. But I mean, like, he went out so early. It's just like, I don't know. Not all stars. This is just like who's production's favorite, I think. You know,
they did that for Game Changers, and they got a lot of slack from it because everybody's like, who are these people? They are Jeff's favorite, whoever else in production, some of CBS's favorite. Just all mixed up in a big old bowl.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I mean, that's the thing is, like, you know, some of these people that might be returning that are winners previously, you know, certain people, if they do end up winning this season, like, it's not even if they call it all stars, like, I'm never going to take it as like, oh, this is all stars. You know, say if Derek is back on the show and Derek wins against like some of these people, I'm just going to be like, no, again, you got away with the easiest cast ever, dude. Like, I don't know. Yes, that worries me a lot because I feel like, you know, there might be a wolf that comes in and just slays.
Oh, man, I mean, the Derek thing, since you brought up his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would they put Derek in the house?
Are you? Am I on? I think that we're on the same page. We're on planet Earth.
We're on the same.
Yeah,
We're
and
on the same page.
CBS is fucking out in outer space. Like they are thinking about
would
like
that actually happen? I mean,
oh yeah. I mean,
okay,
yeah,
guys, this is I'm gonna bring everybody in to tell you exactly what happened. I don't know the exact details because I wasn't there. I never read any report, but Derek, it's not even he did. Him and his partner shot and killed a gentleman.
Yep.
Went into their house. There was a 911 call. Went in there. This was before he played the first time.
2007. Yeah.
All I know is the guy had a knife, and he had the knife over his head. Didn't say anything about charging or anything like that. Knife over his head. Derek was like 20 years old or something.
Yeah, he was young. He said 23. So yeah,
so I don't know. I don't want this to get crazy. I'm just saying the facts.
And
so
yes,
my concern would be that.
Oh well, to me, it's just like CBS, read the room. Like, look at what's going on in the world right now. Are you guys fucking crazy? Like, again, I'm sorry if I keep swearing, but like,
blows my mind.
Well, and there's another person that they're talking about, Victor, who like is married to Nicole, the two-time winner or one-time winner, I guess. Yeah. But like he's a police officer now also, and like his name's being floated around. So like this season, they might have two cops. Like, are you guys like? And it's just like you guys had all the time in the world to bring back Derek at any point, and you're gonna choose now to bring back Derek. Like, here I'm gonna tell you why that's a bad idea.
You can't tell me that's gonna happen. That cannot happen.
Like CBS is dumb.
I mean, it could be that could be a very, very bad decision. I'm talking.
Yeah.
I mean, the things that could happen are just not even. I don't kind of not want to talk about it because it's just such a bad thing that's happening nowadays.
Oh yeah.
And
like I'll speak for me and
why don't you just stay away from it? Just stay away.
Exactly. But the problem is that they know that like Derek has what he just told me was a best-selling book, and what he told me a most great TV show on the ID channel. Like he did well on his season. Again, I think that he was like a shark among sheep. He had the easiest cast in the world, in my opinion. I don't really respect his win. I think it was just like, man, if he would have been in our season, I don't think he would have done half as well. That's bias, obviously, but I just think like now's not the time. Now's not the time to be putting on cops. And like the other thing is like I don't want to be hearing propaganda.
I don't know the guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know him. I'm just thinking of the worst case. Think of the worst case scenario, a scenario that is possible.
Yes,
the game would be shut down. The game would be shut down in mid-season playing because people would get into that house.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they had threats last season, about like Jackson and Jack, like and to the point where I was just like, they're going to eventually need security because like people will try to get in there at some, like those walls are scalable, like, give people enough time and they're going to get over. No,
it's not a smart thing. I mean, I don't get it. Maybe we're just thinking that his name's out there. Maybe he's not, because it just doesn't seem right.
He swore up and down. He's like, well, I mean, how do you know I'm on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, he called me because I've been fucking giving him some heat, and he was pissed off at me. But I was like, I'm not gonna back down. Like, I don't care. Everyone kisses his ass. I'm not gonna kiss his ass. Right. I don't care who the hell you are. But like, he swears up and down. He says that people are contacting him left and right to get into alliances. So if anyone is watching this that is going into the house, do not align with him because he's aligned with everyone. Make sure you stomp him out first. I just like
he's saying everybody's calling him.
Oh, of course, yeah. Everyone wants a piece of Derek. But yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. It's just like I don't want to hear propaganda. I don't want to hear about how police are, they're getting a raw deal, like because that's what he's going to be talking about on the live feeds, like, and just
he cannot talk about what he cannot talk about his job. If the wrong person, if the wrong or right person gets a hold to who's in the house, and then all of a sudden Twitter blows up and it's all over the place.
He can't stop talking about himself. He really can't. like the little conversation I had with him, he was just constantly bragging about how great he is. And I was just like, are you trying to impress me, friend? Like, I don't understand. He just will constantly talk about himself. I just think like, the thing is that CBS is a bunch of boneheads. Like they could be thinking that this could be huge PR. Like imagine like the social media reach that will happen. You know,
you can't think that's crazy. They can't roll like that, man.
I don't know, man. Any publicity is good publicity.
Oh, I think that's just straight bad. That's the type of publicity that will shut your show down.
Well, and the thing that it really annoys me is that you see it everywhere is people like, they better not bring anyone from Big Brother 15 back. Like they're racist. But it's like in the same breath, those people are like, I can't wait to see Derek back. And it's just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like the guy that killed another person that like, I don't know. It's just, it's mind boggling to me. I don't get it. I don't know.
Dude, when I heard you say, because McCrae came on my private, we have a private page with my Patreon group. If you want to be part of that, check in the link below once I finish. But he was talking about that. Dude, I never heard of that until you said it on the Patreon.
I didn't hear about it until like a couple weeks ago, either. And I was like, wait.
Then I started looking into it. Started reading up on it, seeing what happened, seeing if it was real. And I'm just blown away that he even has an opportunity.
Well, and
I get it the first time, I get it, but not now.
No, not exactly, not now. And it's just like when he called me, I was like wondering, like, are you trying to save yours, or like, are you trying to like save or stop me from like bringing negative PR to this? It just seems weird. It seems so weird to me that like CBS would even consider it. I guess he swears like, well, how do you even know I'm going on? Like, I've got like a family and kids.
Did he say, hey, stop saying I killed someone? I mean,
no,
did he bring that
okay, so
conversation?
I made a joke that was pretty bad taste, glib and stupid, but like it was basically the screenshot of like the blurb about him killing this dude. And I was like, I hope Derek murders the competition, just like being like, yeah, not great, but also like highlighting how fucking insane it is that Big Brother's about to like put a cop into the house that actually has killed someone, but he called me and he basically was like, you can say whatever you want about me, you can talk about this thing, like it's fine, but like once you start bringing that the event, he's like, but once you start bringing this guy's name into it, then it's like, I talk to his family all the time, and like I don't know. To me, I was just like, dude, save it. I'm gonna look into it personally. I'm gonna do the research. I'm gonna try to figure out like exactly the details of it. But I don't know. To me, it just seemed like it seemed like he could call me and like make me stop by being like, oh, I'm Derek, and it's just like, dog, no, this is what I do now.
The problem we're having now with all what's going on, and we're not gonna get any deep details of all that, but it's the accountability. They're not held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
And sometimes, no matter when you do something bad in your life, it will roll downhill and hit you in the back one day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just saying. So anyway,
go on. Let's not get.
We'll get off of that because that's super touchy subject. So let's get on to something a little funner, and that's what's his name? He just Dr. Will and
Boogie.
Oh,
he's
Dr.
coming
Will
back.
Boogie.
Bring him in. Okay, well, here's
Boogie back.
No, like the Boogie stuff.
I watched this little clip. They did this little clip, man. By the way, you can get Boogie on Cameo for $15.
Oh, really?
You knew that? $15 you can get Boogie, and he shows how he has a pool in his back, or a tennis court in his backyard. He has a pool. He says he's fine, and he says the reason he ain't playing is because CBS ain't paying.
Yeah, I heard that. I just saw that he was also on. I don't play for
free like Swaggy C.
Like Boogie is just a lunatic, and it's like basically from what I've heard, they're offering everyone $40,000 just to walk through the doors. Like that's just like that's base. Or
that's
whatever.
A lot for Big Brother, isn't it,
dude? I mean, I got paid $13,000 just to be there for 13 weeks or whatever, which is like to get to jury. I got 13 grand. I got an extra 5. It's like, that is nothing. That's why I want to do Survivor is you guys get paid. Like you guys get paid. Actually, we get peanuts and like, you know, like hopefully you don't have mental health issues afterwards, basically. So, you know, like it's so depressing when I think about it, especially all the millions and millions they make off of like advertisers and everything. And it's peanuts. Frustrating stuff. But yeah, okay, Mr. Boogie, I wonder why you're not going to be going on this season. Like, yeah, it's because they didn't pay you enough. Like, maybe it's because the FBI has a pending investigation on your ass. Like, dude, yeah, he just did Fair Play's show, which
did you watch any of that?
No, I saw the clip of it and I was just like, what is happening? This is insane.
Look, I would have asked him to do my show. I'm not the only one involved in this thing. And I was told, no way. Don't do it. I mean, no. I do make the ultimate decisions. But I respect the people involved with this show. Dude. And I was told, don't bring him on.
Unless you're going to only ask about that. Where it's like, if you're going to do like some TMZ investigative reporting, to me, it's just like, I mean, he's just going to sit and like talk about how great he is. It's like, he's an egomaniac also, you know?
So let's tell the audience exactly what he did.
Yes.
No, if it was me, dude, and this dude sends me a picture of my child sitting in wherever they were at school or whatever, I'm coming for him, man.
Yeah. So basically,
that's it. That's all I got to get.
So the story goes that it's insane. Basically, Dr. Will and Boogie were offered a chance to play Amazing Race. Will turned it down. Boogie took that as an offense. I'm sure there's more to it other than that, but Boogie started to send screenshots to Dr. Will of Boogie holding a gun to the screen, and this on the screen is like a picture of Dr. Will's kids or whatever, and being like, oh, little blankety blank, you know, goes to this school at this date. Like, oh man, I love the Second Amendment, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I love the Second Amendment too, dog. I'm coming to your house right now and I'm going to murder you. Like, I couldn't, Boogie, I don't even know how I would respond to that. Like a threat against your kids, a threat against Dr. Will's brother's kids. Like it went all the way down the rabbit hole, and it is like, it's insanity. And like, that's the other thing about like this whole Big Brother stuff is like, they need to start like looking for people that are unstable, because they don't look for that. They just like throw them on because they know that they're going to be good TV. Yes, the exploitation in reality television is really bothersome, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed in the future. Man. I don't know. Scary stuff.
What I heard that he got so mad because they got asked to play Amazing Race, and he decided not to do it. Dr. Will, because he has a family and he moved on he did something called moving on with his life.
Yep.
That we probably all should do.
So, yep, exactly.
So it's like, I get it. And then he gets pissed off because this was his opportunity to get back on TV.
Yep. Well, and the thing is that, like, go on. Sorry.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I was watching my son. We go work out together. He trains he's 15. Yeah. He's in track. So he's working out. And then I just have weird, sometimes I'm like, I'm watching in the mirror and I see some weird dude walk in there, you know, crazy hair. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching this guy. And I'm thinking in my mind, if he does anything, if I see him by my son or start talking to him or something like that, like I'm tackling it. And I'm like, it's gonna be bad. Like, and then I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, it would be bad.
Well, and then imagine it's like your friend that you've spent like probably 10 years like going through this like weird journey with. You know what they did? Big Brother 2 in 2001, like Big Brother 7 came out maybe. I don't even know, 2006, I think. It's just like they spent like this huge time together and they were friends and all this stuff. And it's like Dr. Will kept on getting more and more like popular and famous for like reasons that weren't just Big Brother. Mike Boogie had like just a series of like bad investments and whatnot, and just like trials and tribulations. It's like they both diverged so hard. And then it's like, I mean, I will never defend Boogie, but like you could see why he'd be kind of upset. Like, oh, like I've got nothing. I don't have any money. Like, I think he's like, he doesn't have any money. But at the same time, it's like, then you go on and be like, I'm going to shoot your kids. And like the Second Amendment's so great. It's just like, like, like if you are a gun owner, you should be pissed off at that some dude is just like throwing around the Second Amendment when they're threatening kids. That is insane. Like you're not making any gun owners look good, dude. And then on top of that, it's just like, what, your friend, like, and it's just like, you never know who is going to turn crazy, I guess, you know, it's like, I don't know. Weird stuff. 2020 keeps on turning out. I love it.
This guy's like, jealousy is a disease.
Yeah.
It will eat you up.
It monster.
Will eat you alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what's happening.
Yep.
And you know what it is? It's we play these shows and then we become super famous, just like that.
Yep.
Then all in the reality family, in the reality world, and then all of a sudden, it's all over.
Like
you know, just like that again.
Yep. And so some people just cannot handle it.
When you get the opportunity to do it again, because Boogie, he went on and did things that people would pat you on the back, like the clubs and stuff like that. Oh, everybody's still hugging you and patting you on the back and still like, hey, you the man, yay, owner of this club and this big club and this one. You still have that. You still getting that rush that you get when you get out the house.
The juice, Oh yeah.
Maybe just be in that club, but you're still feeling it. Then all of a sudden, it all starts to fade away. And now his opportunities coming to where he can get in the house, whatever the season may be. And I think that if he would have played his cards right, then it might have been a possibility.
Oh, absolutely.
Now it's over forever with every show.
I would hope so. But knowing CBS, I wouldn't even fucking put it past them. Like, fuck it, we've got rehabilitated Boogie, like in season 2025 or you know, like again, CBS, they're liable to do anything at this point. I fucking don't know. But no, of course, where it's just like, that's crazy that they put him on, or that like it's I think that like because he had issues before he even went on Big Brother. He got in trouble for like he was breaking into lots, like studio lots. He would like jump over fences, and then he would like steal memorabilia or whatever, and then sell it on eBay or some shit like that. We looked at it on my stream a while ago, but like it's like he was prone to like criminal behavior, I guess. Like I don't want to say it like that, but he was prone to it before that. And like I really think that like, you know, again, like big or like these shows, like they exploit people that are mentally unwell and not for the best. Like these shows are glorified bum fights, you know. They don't let you have bum fights anymore, or like it's uncouth to watch bum fights and whatever. But like that's what it is. It's glorified bum fights. This is a gladiator arena where all the viewing public gets to be like, oh, like this person's bad, you know. It's exploitative, and really, I think something will change in the next like 10, 20 years, maybe. Like I think reality TV might be over with. I don't know. That's my prediction. I don't know. It's exploitative, you know.
That's for sure.
Yes.
But people are, I mean, if it keeps going the direction that they're trying to push it in, let's say the Derek thing, he gets in the house. Also, Jeff said something about Big Brother. I did a YouTube video on it if you want to watch it. It's about 16-year-olds and having a teenage season. 16-year-old.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Talking about exploiting it.
Dude, when I heard that, I was literally so pissed off that I saw red where I was just like, are you kidding me, Jeff? Like, what are you doing? Like, again, we're going to exploit minors now? Like, it's one thing that it's like people that over. No, of course. Like, I don't know if it was him being like trying to like stir stuff up or what, but like to me, it's just like irresponsible.
He said it on a cameo to a 16-year-old. Said, "Oh, you're 16, huh?" And then he's like, "We thinking about doing a 16, a teenage survivor trying to get the new blood."
That's so upsetting.
You can't do it.
That is upsetting.
You see what it does to grown people. Look at Boogie.
Yes, and
he's a grown man.
Well, and then like to like open like these kids up to like all the criticisms of the, you know, it's just like, man, it's still tough to like hear how much I suck ass, you know, every single day, like to today, you know, like it's tough. It's not fun to read all this shit, you know, and it's like, imagine like you're still developing and to hear all this shit. It's just like, that cannot happen. Like that cannot, I will throw a shit fit. I'll be out there, you know, with picket
I'm used
signs.
to hearing that I suck ass, man. I'm okay with it. It's like you
well,
want to
you've got a game.
You've
got a game that you can like
I mean,
behind.
the other day, man, I tweeted something. I'm not getting into what this was, but I'm just gonna, just because we're talking about this. I tweeted something to Candace Owens. She tweeted back, and then
I saw that.
Man, everybody hates me.
I saw it. No, hey man, I got to give you some respect for like, I know, like, I think me and you are kind of on different sides of the aisle, I would say, but like, I fucking have to say nothing but respect for you to be like, yeah, this is wrong. This is what, like, like, you're not being like, well, it's my side and my side says it's this way, you know, like I have nothing but respect for you for being like, no, this is bullshit.
You know,
and I do not agree with this.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think it's like when you're for right or for left, you can only think, you only see one view, and you don't open your eyes to other things.
Absolutely.
Both sides. Both sides.
Yep.
So, and if we all open our eyes to what's really going on, then this place would be a better place to live in. You know, and that's all I'm saying.
No, of course.
You know, that's all I'm trying to.
Again, I respected the hell out of that. That was like a fucking, again, a salute move. Like, good on you for like, you know, speaking truth to power.
She says some good things sometimes. She says some great things.
I mean, I wouldn't go that.
She's a very smart girl.
No, she absolutely
understand. Yeah, I understand what she says when she talks. But she only thinks one way.
It's her team. It's her.
We already lost 20 viewers bringing up her name. So man, if it happens, who are you most excited to see that you've heard that might be in the house? Who are you most excited? Because you're not going to agree with mine. Yeah. Even though everybody doesn't like Josh, I think it is going to be super crazy to watch him try to do what he thinks he can do. He's another one that thinks he's the best.
Yes, yeah.
And he's not. But I want to see that happen.
I'm a little bit biased. I've met Josh before. So when Josh won, I was like, I didn't really think that his win was like deserved. Sorry, I'm just drinking beer. I didn't think his win was deserved necessarily right away. But then after I talked to him, and he kind of was like, oh, like he kind of spilled, or he was like, oh yeah, I'm a super fan. Like he knew who I was right away. Like he knew my game right away. And I was like, okay, well maybe he actually did play a pretty decent game. I kind of like second guessed it overall. I would love to see Josh win again. I would love to see him back, to be honest.
Really?
Too. I don't mind it. Like I want to see him win again because it would make Evil Dick's head explode.
If he would win, that's it. If he wins, you have to say he's the best, right?
I mean, I love that. Yeah, he's the only two-time winner. I would love it. Like I think you know, he's another guy that like he's figured out how to market himself. He won it. I don't know. I like, to me, I respect Josh. I don't mind it, and I think like he's a winner that would just like, some people in the community's heads would explode. It would be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, exactly. I would love it. That's what I'm going for this season. Just chaos. I want everything, everyone's opinions to be upended, and I want like the hierarchy of who's good to be changed completely. Fuck it. Let's get crazy, you know?
Could Josh could he actually be like, if he just stays low and you know, not try to do stunts like he did last time? Yeah. And he stays low, almost like a Cassandra game, as long as it's not me. Yeah. I could see him floating pretty far in that game.
Well, the other thing is that like he's got new experience with like the challenge, so it's like he's got other TV experience on top of this, where it's like he's had to compete against like monster guys, like he's had to like go against these other huge personalities. Like he might just learn like from that and be like, yeah, like I'm just gonna sit back, let like these other big dogs go at it. Everyone in this house probably will have an ego, so like, you know, as long as you just play that game, like it doesn't, like I think he could win easily. I'm excited for that. Like, do I think he's like top tier player? I don't know, but like man, I'm just excited to see. I wouldn't mind it. I think he's just a fun guy. He's a cool dude when I met him, but yeah, I'm excited to see him play.
Yeah. So
As
I've
for
seen a few things that I watch this girl. You probably watch. She does Big Brother stuff. She's really entertaining, and she was talking about how she went on different things and seen like Donnie Thompson. He went on his Instagram and he put I don't know, like a store and something. I should have wrote it all down, but I didn't. But anyway, he never posts on Instagram, but all of a sudden we're getting these cryptid messages from a lot of different survivors, and he's one of them.
The thing is that like a lot of people want to like jump on that hype train right now. Everyone wants to be like, oh, like even if you're not going on, you want to kind of like there was huge rumors that like
I should tweet it now. I should say excited about entering into the Big Brother house.
Yeah, exactly.
See what happens.
Well, and everyone knows that like you're gonna get likes, you're gonna get like traction off of that, like social media traction and stuff like that. So like there's a lot of bad actors that are definitely trying to just like, you know, like screw around and like kind of make fun of the fans because, you know, everyone's rumors are just flying everywhere. If Donnie's on, I'd love to see Donnie on.
Yeah, what's your name? Devani? Season 17.
Oh, Devon? Yeah, Davon.
She put here we go with another store emoji.
And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. There was like rumors that casting was sending out camera crews to like all these different sites, and they listed like Minneapolis, Minnesota as one, and that's where I am. And so a lot of people were like, "Oh, is it you? Like, are you going to be on All Stars?" And it's always me being like, "Well, I might take a break from streaming for a couple months, just like fuck with people, because fuck it." But it's like, no, it's not me. It's going to be Janelle, if anything. She's in Minneapolis also, or like around Minneapolis, but you know, that's the thing is like a lot of people are just trying to like play it up just for the social media clout that they can get quickly. But you know, like some of these people, I wouldn't mind seeing. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Donnie Thompson back. Fuck it. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Devon. Was this
Kimmy? I would only like get a few. She put you only get a few once in a lifetime opportunity. Star emoji.
And like I have to believe that maybe they are just like. They're just spelling it out for us. I mean, the thing is that it's like, oh, like since your name leaked, Big Brother's not going to take back the invitation. You know, it does. There's no downside to being like, oh, could I be going back? You know, there's no like reason not to. Right. So I don't know. Like I don't like the other thing about it is like a lot of so many alumni lie about bullshit, and that's why it's like I don't really trust all these rumors and stuff like that, but. Some of it makes me believe that it probably is going to happen. But, you know, the same thing with like all the fan accounts and all the like, oh, we're the spoilers account, you know, like we have rumors that like one of the rumors I saw today was a lot of house guests are trying to negotiate that there's going to be no live feeds this season or whatever. And like CBS is negotiating with them. I was like, I don't know.
How are they going to? They're only getting $40,000 go in the house. They think they're going to be able to negotiate, you know, to cut some of their money.
Dude, well, that's the thing where it's like, man, I'm not negotiating. If CBS is like, hey, you want to be on the show? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it for less money, less food, longer time. I don't care. I'm going back in. I have no self-esteem. Like, let me go. Like, these people are going to be like, oh, actually, I don't want any live feeds. Like, that's insane. Right. One, like,
the only way I'm gonna sign this paper here is if there's no live.
It's like, the whole entire game, what it's been built on, live feeds this whole time. You're gonna say no? I just cannot believe, and I think everyone that's watching should absolutely take all these like rumors and all these people that work for CBS, all these like fake ass like. Accounts on Twitter, like take those with a grain of salt because everyone's trying to get that clout real quick. Everyone's trying to be the new Vegas, real Vegas. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I think it's all people just trying to abuse the community, which I take very much. I
right now
pisses me off
on the tweet that I'm playing Big Brother just to see what happens.
Hell yeah!
Like, oh yeah. Most people would believe it. Most people will be like, "Oh, I can't wait.
Well, the thing is that it's just like everyone believes everything on Twitter for some reason. Like no one is like, well, let's think about this for 1 second. Like no one ever does that on Twitter. Everyone's just like, yes, slay queen, let's go. Like what? I like. There's no like. Just like do some like thinking, critical thinking, please. Anyone in the community, like this community gets taken advantage of so much, and it's so annoying to me. But it's just like there's so many dum-dums in the community. Sorry to say, love the people that love Big Brother, but like, man, so many of you are just dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk to you, getting to the end of it. So I wanted to talk about what I'm doing here. So I put on YouTube, and I already did it. Put it on YouTube, saying I wanted to rank. I do top 10s and top 20s on YouTube. So I wanted to rank the top 20 most beautiful to ever play Big Brother. Female.
And you had me as number one.
We'll do the males. We'll do the males later. We'll do the males. And so I put it on there, and as everybody talks about it on YouTube, on the where you can the talking feed, whatever that is. Comment. Yeah. They say they put someone's name, and I spent all day writing down. This is the back because I don't want everybody to see. Writing down their name, and then I put little marks on every time someone said their name. Okay. All right. And as I'm reading the comments, then all of a sudden I see several people are saying, "Don't do this, Russell. Don't do it. Don't do it." And I'm like, it's so offensive. And I'm like, okay, let me say my piece before I do this. So I did like a 4-minute spiel of me saying, guys, relax. I understand. People are beautiful inside and out. I get it. Yeah. But what this is just for the YouTubers, just having fun by appearances alone, which I know you hate to hear.
Yeah. Well, and it's like if the community is like picking, I mean, like who gives a shit? Like, what does it matter?
I'm not choosing.
Exactly.
It's the community choosing. Yep. So, and I did say, maybe I said it wrong. I didn't say beautiful. I said hottest. Maybe that was the wording may have been wrong.
Well, you just have to be like, well, it's you just have to like at one point be like, well, unconventionally. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You got to be able to word it right.
Yeah, of course.
It just shocked me. It really shocked me that a lot of people were like, because I did this before with Survivors, that people were like, oh, that's crazy. I can't believe you even doing that. That's just so crazy. That's offensive. They were telling me that it's offensive.
No, people like I understand there's a lot of real things to be outraged in this world about. There's a lot of things.
I said, please, they got so much going on that should be offending you, other than Russell Hantz on the top 20 most beautiful in Big Brother.
Yeah, save your comments. Save your comments. Go tweet about something that actually matters. Like go tweet like hashtag Black Lives Matter. Share a video. Share a link to like a fund or something. Where it's like you're not helping anyone. You're not helping anyone, and like just save your bullshit, because what you're like, it's people that have no control in their lives. This is their way of exerting control. Like this is their way of like trying to be like. I think that's what it is. I think it's like control freaks, and like they don't have any control because obviously the world is crazier than hell. It's crazier than it's ever been. And like, this is their little way of exerting control. And I think psychologically, that's what the armchair psychologist, I would say, I guess. But yeah, those people
actually got some votes, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Me?
Your girl.
Yeah. Not fucking me. Yeah. I was like, no, not me. Yeah. I mean, Amanda, yeah. Like I can never say anything. I mean, like Amanda was a lunatic, an absolute raving lunatic, but like she has a lot of game sense, and like, I mean, hottest. What I don't know. I'm not gonna wade into that. I'm not gonna wade into that.
Well, I have the number one, and you guys can comment right here. But the number one won by a landslide.
Cassie,
like a landslide.
Colvin.
I'm not even going to say the name.
Because did Cassie come up on that at all?
Cassie made the top the 20. Top 2.
Okay, like you know that she used to be dating Chris D'Elia or Delia or whatever, the dude that just went through like the craziness today of being exposed or canceled, I guess. I think that's a pretty crazy crossover in the Big Brother world of like, oh, here's a little tidbit.
Yeah.
But everyone says that she's basically the hottest, which I'm like, I don't know. Like
I mean, it's pretty. The list. I was kind of shocked with number 2.
yeah.
The number 2 wouldn't even been in my top 20. You can go ahead and
I'm gonna
write
say
that down,
number
guys.
2 is gonna be Jean Marie.
I can't give away the list, but it wouldn't have been my list.
Yeah.
It would have been different.
No,
but number
make sure
1
you say
ran
that too.
away with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna say
in my little thing.
I would bet that number 1. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna bet that number 1 is Cassie because everyone always says that all the time. Like she's the hottest girl that's ever played.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think that hot girls actually play the game good. I don't know. I don't know. I should not talk anymore. I'm gonna get in trouble.
I can tell you something that shocked me that wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
What was that? That I was like, what the world is going on here? Oh, I can't say that. Top 20.
I'm gonna give you a shout out.
I did it. It took me a while to do because I had to do one by one. Every single person.
That's a lot of stupid work. You got to get your interns to be doing
200 names. Like everybody got mentioned, and that's another thing I said. I was like, guys, there's a ton of names here, so everybody feels like someone is beautiful in their own way. You can think someone's beautiful by what they have inside. You can think someone's beautiful by their appearance. It's how you want to vote. It's how you want to do it. I probably should have did this show and then did it, but we're gonna post one on most handsome guys. So when I do post that, the more comments, the better. And then
hey, everyone, save your votes. You don't have to vote for me.
I'm gonna tell you number 20.
Yeah,
number 20 shocked me because I met this girl in person.
Yeah,
Portia.
Oh, Portia. Okay, yeah. All right.
But I was like, I thought she was beautiful when I met her. I was like, dang, this girl's
she's gorgeous. Absolutely. Yeah. That like the thing is that there's a lot of like, I mean, Big Brother has a lot of stacked ladies and like even stacked guys. Like Big Brother, like they get like beautiful ass people. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like recruits and stuff like that. A lot of people hate recruits, which a lot of these like really fucking beautiful people are. Obviously, I'm not a recruit and I'm not one of the beautiful people. But like, I think like some of these people turn into good game players. So I don't know. Yeah, it's sometimes a win-win. But. Right. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what your list comes out to be. Very curious.
Well, it's not even me. It's not even me, guys.
Their list. Yeah, the community's list.
They have some. This was shocking. I'm gonna say it because she didn't make the list, and it's Christmas.
Oh,
I was shocked.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, I'm not too into buff women, but she's not bad. No, I mean, she's a beautiful lady. I don't know. I feel like I'm about to get canceled today. We're about to get canceled. Fuck. Big Brother 15 and Russell.
What do you got going on over there, though? What do you got going on over there? What do you have? You live stream?
Yeah, I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Chumlord. Chumlord, CHUMLORD. Basically, like for the past couple seasons, like me and Spencer from my season have been doing streams. Spencer dropped out. Spencer hates Big Brother now. So then me and Cameron have been doing streams. I don't know what's going to happen this year at all. I don't know. So I've been doing a lot of drama streams where it's like, whatever drama happens like in the community, I kind of like comment on it, whether it's like, oh, this is some bullshit I see or whatever, but like, I really don't have anything to plug. I've been on Kat's Instagram, Kat from last season. Me and her just like talk about conspiracy theories, nothing to do with Big Brother. It's really fun. But yeah, there's nothing to plug. If you guys see me on Twitch, go follow me on Twitch or like go hang out or whatever. But other than that, like, watch Big Brother, or if you're pissed off about this Derek shit, all cops are Derek, ACAD. If you're pissed off about this shit, like, make sure you hear, like, put your voice out there, because I feel like I'm the only person that's like, isn't this fucking crazy? And it's weird to me that I'm the only person. I'm glad that you also said it too. Like, this is not going to be a good idea. So I don't know. Put your voice out there. And like, that's one of the things where it's like, I don't even know if I'm going to watch this season. I always claim that, like, I hate it when people bitch about, oh, like these people are racist and blah, blah, blah. And they just like keep posting about Big Brother. And it's like, well, you're not doing anything. You're giving them more social media, following and more like clout and reach and all this shit. It's like the way that you hit them in the pocketbooks is you stop watching, you stop talking about it, and you tell other people to stop watching it, stop tweeting about it. So to me, it's like, this might be a season where I want to hit CBS in their pocketbooks. And like, I'm one person, it's not going to do shit, but like, man, if you guys are really serious about like, I'm never going to watch Big Brother again, fucking put your money where your mouth is and stop watching it. So I don't know what this season's going to bring. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm definitely going to watch it because I'm talking about it. And just let you guys know that's what's happening. What's happening now is the Russell Hantz show is definitely turning the corner because Big Brother is happening. So we decided to jump into it. That's why, McCrae, you were my first guest I've ever had on my as a Big Brother on my YouTube channel. And it's just, it's up from here. I guarantee it. So we're going to talk about it.
Only get better from here.
I hope that I don't bring you on later. And then we're talking about how the house just went crazy and the game is over halfway through. I hope that kind of thing.
I'll drop everything and do your show anytime, man. Don't worry about it. Like, I love it. Like, I just like bullshitting. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man.
No, I appreciate you having me on.
I seen your thing one time. I went on one of your, you were playing a game or something, and I went on a while back.
I was probably drunk as hell, just like, what's that? I was probably just stupid. Yeah, my stream is a mess. It's just chaos. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, though. I absolutely appreciate it.
Yeah, so I appreciate you coming on the show, man. We do have the top 20. What's the best word to use? Can't use hottest. Top 20.
Attractive. I don't even know if I like that.
I don't know if that was.
I'd have to brainstorm some ideas
of
how to frame
people.
It. Yeah,
top 20 pretty people, pretty female people. We're doing the males too. Don't get crazy. Yep. So we're doing that. So what about one before we go? Is Raven going to be in the house to talk about her pacemaker?
Colostomy bag, yeah.
That was.
Oh.
I don't know her personally. You know her personally?
I do not. I've never met her. I try not to talk about any house guests I haven't met before. I try not to disparage anyone until I meet them.
Yeah.
But
I like to talk game talk. I'll talk game. Yep. I say, hey, I don't know this person. Like Sandra. People say, oh, you always talking about Sandra. Let me tell you about Sandra in real life. Great person. Yeah. Her family's amazing. All she does is go from people to people. She signs everything you have to sign.
Yeah.
She, the cameo stuff, she loves it. She's perfect to do that kind of thing with. Great person. Yep. I don't talk about her as a person in real life. Yep. I talk about her as a character on the game of Survivor.
Absolutely. And that's I think that's so respectable and and keep it that way. I mean, obviously you will. No, I think that's how I try to be too, of course.
So again, man, we appreciate you coming on the show. You guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. This is going to be on the podcast as well. So this will be on iTunes, SoundCloud, all that stuff.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll share it.
So Australian, that's my third biggest audience. All my Aussies.
Oh, that's awesome. Aussies. Oh, thanks everyone. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, thank you, Russell, for having me on, man. It's an honor. It really is. I could not imagine myself being on the fucking show with you, dude. It's fucking weird.
One day we're gonna be there together. They're gonna do Big Brother versus Survivor.
Oh baby, I hope so.
That's one where they can do right there. That's the name they can do right there.
Why not? Why not? It makes why not?
Everybody wants to see that. It would be the biggest season they've ever had. Big Brother versus
absolutely 100%.
Who would you let control it? Big Brother production, or would you take the Big Brother people and put them on the island? Or
I would do both. Why not go from one to the other? Where it's you go from them being in the house and then boom, bring it and then even throw them into the Amazing Race. CBS has something that they could do, and it's crazy that they have chose not to do this kind of thing,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, man. Well, again, appreciate it. And thanks for watching, guys, and keep hope alive.